After the age of 60, physical exercise is no longer just a suggestion or a lifestyle choice. It becomes an essential component of maintaining health and independence. Scientific studies consistently show that after this milestone, incorporating just 5 key exercises into your weekly routine can significantly help maintain or even rebuild the strength and autonomy of your legs. These simple movements can support your mobility balance and overall well-being as you age. Take a moment to ask yourself, are you already including any of these exercises in your daily or weekly routine? If yes, type yes in the comments. If not yet, go ahead and comment. No, this could be the perfect time to start. And don't forget to share this video with a friend or loved one who could benefit from these tips. Good health is a journey best taken together. Let's start with a foundational move: squats. Yes, squats. We know squats often carry a bad reputation, especially among older adults. Perhaps you've heard they're harmful to your knees, too strenuous for seniors, or simply too intense at your stage of life. But let's set the record straight. When performed correctly, squats are not your enemy. In fact, they're one of the most beneficial exercises for healthy aging. Why? Because squats improve leg strength, protect your knees by building surrounding muscle, enhance balance, boost circulation support, better posture, and help preserve bone density. Believe it or not, they even aid digestion and promote cardiovascular health due to the large muscle groups they engage. In essence, squats are like an anti-aging multivitamin, except in the form of movement. Now let's briefly go over how to perform a proper squat, because your form matters greatly. Begin by standing tall with your feet about hip-width apart. Let your toes point slightly outward. Slowly bend at your hips and knees as if you're about to sit in an invisible chair. Keep your chest lifted, your back straight, and make sure your knees stay aligned with your toes. Don't let them push too far forward. Once you reach a comfortable depth, press through your heels to rise back to a standing position. If this full motion feels too difficult, start with a chair squat. Simply lower yourself just enough to lightly tap the seat of a chair before standing back up. Still need extra support? Try holding onto the back of a sturdy chair or a kitchen countertop for balance. And if that's still a challenge, wall squats using a yoga ball or a pillow behind your back for support can also be effective and safe. These variations are just as powerful as the traditional version when done regularly. Let's also talk about breathing. Movement is only half of the equation. Oxygen and breath control are just as crucial. Breathing properly helps you maintain stability, regulate your blood pressure, and support your muscles as they contract. The general rule is simple: inhale as you lower into the squat and exhale as you push back up. Think of it as inhale down, exhale up. If you're not used to synchronizing breath with movement, here's a simple guide. Stand tall and relaxed. Inhale deeply through your nose, allowing your belly to rise, not just your chest. Exhale slowly through your mouth, like you're gently blowing through a straw. Maintain this breathing rhythm throughout your exercise. This approach not only calms the mind, but also protects your spine, helps avoid dizziness, and engages your core for added stability. Now, before we continue, let's address some common squat mistakes to avoid. First, do not let your knees collapse inward or extend too far beyond your toes. This puts undue pressure on your joints. Second, maintain good posture. Avoid rounding your back or leaning excessively forward. Third, remember to breathe. It sounds simple, but many people unconsciously hold their breath during exercise. And lastly, don't go too deep too soon. Begin at your current ability level. The depth of your squat will improve naturally as your strength increases. Progress is something you earn over time, never force it. With consistent practice, squats can help you perform daily tasks like getting out of a chair, climbing stairs, or walking with more ease and stability well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Now let's move on to another excellent anti-aging exercise, the glute bridge. Don't be intimidated by the name. It's a straightforward, low-impact movement that's easy to learn and highly effective, particularly if you've experienced lower back pain, hip stiffness, or difficulty standing up from a seated position. The glute bridge targets your gluteal muscles, your backside hamstrings, and lower back, while also opening your hips and improving your core stability. These muscle groups are critical for everyday tasks such as walking, standing, and climbing stairs. They even help prevent strain on your spine. Here's how to perform the glute bridge safely. Lie on your back on a comfortable surface, a yoga mat, carpet, or even your bed. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor about hip-width apart. Rest your arms at your sides. From this position, press your heels into the floor, squeeze your glutes, and slowly lift your hips toward the ceiling until your body forms a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Pause briefly at the top, then lower your hips slowly back to the starting position. That's one repetition. If you have sensitivity in your lower back or limited mobility, reduce the height of your lift. You can also place a cushion or rolled towel beneath your hips for added support. For a more advanced version, try lifting one leg at a time or placing a pillow between your knees to engage your inner thighs. When it comes to breathing, inhale deeply as you prepare and exhale slowly as you lift your hips. Let's go over some common mistakes in the glute bridge. One major issue is overextending the hips, which can cause your lower back to arch and create unnecessary strain. Remember, your body should form a straight line, nothing more. Another mistake is pushing off your toes instead of your heels. This reduces glute activation and shifts the work to your knees. Always push through your heels. Also, keep your knees stable. Don't let them fall outward or collapse inward. They should stay aligned with your hips throughout the movement. And finally, avoid rushing. This exercise is not about speed. It's about control, precision, and engaging the correct muscles with every repetition. Now let's look at a third valuable movement, the assisted reverse lunge. This exercise is one of the most practical and functional tools you can add to your routine, especially as you age. It builds leg strength, improves balance, enhances hip flexibility, and even engages your core. Importantly, it mimics real-life actions such as stepping backward, reaching down low, or regaining balance after a stumble, making it incredibly relevant for older adults. If you've noticed yourself feeling more unsteady lately, or if you've begun avoiding stairs or uneven terrain, this movement can help rebuild confidence. And don't be concerned if it sounds challenging. It's called assisted for a reason. You can hold on to a sturdy chair, a countertop, or even use a walker for support as you build strength and coordination. We're not talking about full lunges here. This is a gentle, supportive movement. You'll be holding on to a chair, a wall, or even the kitchen counter to keep yourself safe and steady throughout the entire exercise. Safety always comes first, especially when we're focusing on balance and lower body strength in older age. Here's how to do it properly. Stand tall with good posture, holding on to a sturdy support. With one hand, this could be a countertop, the back of a chair, or even a handrail. From this position, take one foot and step it straight back, gently lowering your back knee toward the floor, or only as far as you can comfortably go without pain or strain. Your front knee should stay directly over your ankle, not pushing past your toes. That position keeps your joints aligned and safe. After lowering yourself down, press through the heel of your front foot to return to the standing position. Repeat this motion on the same side a few times, then switch to the other leg. Go slowly, and don't force your body beyond its comfort zone. Even with a shorter range of motion, you're still receiving all the core benefits of this movement. With consistency, your strength and range will increase over time. Let's take a moment to talk about breathing, something many people overlook during exercise. Inhale as you step back and begin to lower down. Exhale as you push yourself back up to standing. That exhale is more than just a breath. It gives your body core stability, steadies your movements, and helps prevent holding tension unnecessarily. Now let's go over a few of the most common mistakes people make with this move, and I'll walk you through them like I'm right there next to you, gently guiding your form. First, don't let your front knee move forward past your toes. That places unnecessary strain on your knee joint. Instead, focus on keeping your knee directly above your ankle. Think of it as a strong vertical stack. Second, don't forget about your back leg. A lot of people let it just drag or hang back without intention. Instead, try to lower it with purpose, even if it's just a small movement. Engaging both legs helps you build strength evenly and safely. Next, watch your posture. Try not to lean forward or hunch your shoulders. Instead, stay tall and upright, keeping your chest open. Not only does this help your balance, but it also improves your breathing. And here's a big one. Don't skip the support. Holding on to something while doing this exercise isn't cheating. It's smart. It keeps you steady and reduces your risk of falling. The goal is not to challenge balance to the point of danger. It's to build strength in a safe, supportive way. Even just a few assisted reverse lunges a day can make a noticeable difference. You'll feel more stable gain, better control over your movement, and reduce that fear of falling, which for many older adults is one of the biggest barriers to staying active. And that, to me, is what real progress looks like. Next up is one of my personal favorites, especially when it comes to improving hip strength balance and preventing falls, the standing side leg raise. At first glance, this may look like a small and simple movement, but don't be fooled. It targets your outer hips and glutes, key muscle groups that help you stay steady while walking, rising from a chair, or shifting your weight from side to side. Strengthening these muscles also plays a big role in protecting your knees, hips, and lower back from unnecessary stress and strain. Even better, this is one of the most accessible exercises out there. There's no getting down on the floor, no jumping, and no fancy equipment required. Here's how to do it. Stand tall beside a chair or kitchen countertop. Lightly rest one hand on the surface for balance. Position your feet about hip-width apart. Now shift your weight slightly onto one leg. Be sure to keep that knee soft, don't lock it. Once you're grounded, inhale to prepare, then exhale slowly as you lift the opposite leg out to the side. Keep your toes pointing straight ahead and maintain an upright posture. Avoid leaning away from the lifted leg. Pause for a second at the top of the movement. You should feel the muscles in the side of your hip doing the work, then slowly lower the leg back down as you inhale. That's it. It's small, focused, and incredibly effective. If standing feels too difficult or tiring right now, you can easily perform this same movement while lying down. Simply lie on your side with your legs stacked on top of each other. Support your head with a pillow or your arm. Then as you exhale, lift the top leg up. Inhale as you lower it back down. You'll still feel that same burn in your outer hip, but without the added challenge of balancing. Want to make it a bit more challenging? You can add a resistance band around your thighs or pause for 3 seconds at the top of each leg. Lift before lowering. That small pause increases muscle engagement and adds extra value to each repetition. Now let's go over a few things to be mindful of even with this simple movement. First, don't lean your upper body to the opposite side in an attempt to lift your leg higher. That reduces the effectiveness of the exercise and puts strain on your lower back. Stay centered and upright. Also, keep your toes pointing forward, not turned out. We're not swinging the leg. We're lifting with control and purpose. And remember, this is not a race. Go slow, move with intention, and focus on form. Finally, don't hold your breath. Stay relaxed and breathe naturally through the motion. Ready for the next one? Let's move on to the inner thigh squeeze. This exercise helps strengthen the adductors, the muscles on the inside of your thighs. These muscles are important for leg stability, coordination, and even contribute to bladder control in older adults. Start by sitting tall on a firm chair with your feet flat on the, or even a cushion between your knees. Inhale to get centered, then exhale slowly as you squeeze your knees together, pressing gently into the object. Hold that squeeze for 3 seconds. Inhale again as you gently release the pressure. Repeat in a calm, steady rhythm. This movement builds strength in a deep and often underused area without putting stress on the joints. If you're looking for a version, use a softer pillow and decrease the intensity of your squeeze. On the other hand, if you want to increase the challenge, use a firmer ball or hold the squeeze for up to 5 seconds. As always, posture matters. Keep your back straight and your shoulders relaxed. Avoid leaning forward or letting your feet lift off the floor. The strength should come from your thighs, not from clenching your glutes or holding your breath. Consistent practice of this exercise can improve knee alignment, support your lower back, and even help with pelvic floor stability. You might be wondering, do I need to do all of these exercises? How do I fit them into my day? Don't worry. At the end of the video, I'll walk you through a few sample routines. That way you can incorporate these movements into your daily life without feeling overwhelmed or stressed. Each of these exercises targets a different area of your body, and it's that variety that keeps your muscles balanced, your joints supported, and your overall movement fluid and confident. Now let's talk about one more powerful yet simple movement, the calf raise. Your calves do much more than just help you walk. They play an essential role in circulation and balance. In fact, the calves are sometimes referred to as your second heart because they assist in pumping blood back up to your heart, especially when you're standing or walking. This is crucial as we age, and even more important if you experience poor circulation or struggle with swelling or varicose veins. To perform a calf raise, stand tall with your feet about hip-width apart. Hold onto a chair counter or wall for support. Inhale to prepare. Then exhale slowly as you rise up onto your toes, lifting your heels off the ground. Pause briefly at the top to feel your calves working. Then inhale as you lower your heels back down in a smooth, controlled motion. If standing is too challenging, you can absolutely do this seated. Simply lift your heels off the floor while keeping your toes planted. That gentle movement still works your calves and helps promote circulation. Want to take it a step further? Try holding the raised position a bit longer or practice lifting one foot at a time. Just make sure to avoid leaning forward or rushing. Stand tall, move with control, and breathe naturally. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you rise. This is one of those exercises that you can do almost any time while brushing your teeth, waiting for the kettle to boil, or standing in line. It's great for your heart, your legs, and your overall energy. It keeps your legs light and helps reduce that heavy feeling many people get toward the end of the day. If you found this video helpful, please type 9 in the comments. If not, feel free to type 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content created with your health and independence in mind. And remember, it's never too late to take care of your health, as long as you start today. Wishing you strength, energy, and wellness every day. Let me know how these exercises work for you, and don't forget to watch the next video that's now appearing on your screen. It's filled with more practical tips to support your health and well-being. See you there.